Okay, so let's see. So we have a question from the YouTube live stream from Crypto Panda. Could the ABC team describe the best case scenario for the next year? And I believe he means taking into account the funding situation, our funding situation, the current climate in the community and whatnot.
Yeah, I can go at it. So the base case scenario, I think there are um, two main things that need to happen that don't really depend on us, and then we can make, I think, on our side, make great stuff happen. And those two things would be, first, we get funding so we can actually start building stuff, at a good pace, not just like spending almost everything we have on doing maintenance, and have just like the scrap that are on top of that that we can use to build new stuff. Because if we continue that way, it's very simple. BCH is not going to be competitive with the rest of the crypto market. And so BCH is going to slowly fade into irrelevancy. But if we can get enough funding, then we can start, innovating. But there is another thing that makes difficult moving forward quickly, is that right now we have a community, at least in the West. I don't have this impression from the Eastern community, but the Western community very much is a protest movement, and so people are protesting anything and everything, and this makes it extremely difficult to make progress. And this sad part is that protest movements usually don't achieve anything at the end. So we need to stop rewarding that behavior. One of the reasons that behavior can persist for years, whereas most protest movements don't last that long, is because people are funding it. Maybe maybe they got the wrong impression. Maybe they want to cause chaos, but I don't think that's even it. I think some people have just the wrong impression, and they think that it's good to have this struggle within BCH all the time, and that they need to fuel it, and that it's good for BCH. It's slowly killing it. That's the reality of it. And so so if those two things stops, and we get a good chunk of resources, and we can get like less fueling of the perpetual revolution part of the community, then what we do on our side with ABC is prioritize. I think the most important stuff is Avalanche, because well, 2-second confirmation is already pretty good, but what people maybe don't know or don't understand, because we have not talked about it as much, is that you can use it to do many other stuff. Some of them to smooth the block time, for instance, so that block come on a more regular basis. There is like, once we have that big block, there is a ton of, like, we can leverage it to do a ton of stuff, and not just fast confirmation of transaction. So if we get a large chunk of resources, I would put them toward that, and making sure that we have that within a year. If we don't get as much resources, then maybe we need to find intermediary solution to those problems. So maybe change the difficulty adjustment, and do a few other stuff. But yeah, that's basically what needs to happen to get the best case situation, and what we can do in the best case situation. I think just those two first stuff happening would be extremely good for BCH, actually, because I have discussion with many people outside the BCH ecosystem. People like Vitalik Buterin or Emin Gunsier, or other people that are leaders in the crypto space, but not BCH figure per se. And those people, they see what I'm talking about. They see that there is this struggle, and that BCH is not making progress because of that. And so in a way, BCH have self-selected for people that are not very concerned with those problems. But if we want to grow, we need to realize that this is a problem for everybody outside the BCH ecosystem, because we grow by reaching to the people that are outside of the BCH ecosystem, not by catering to the people that are already there.
Okay, so we have a question from Jiang Zhuor of BTC.top, who is or was is intermittently on the call with us. Very special guest that we have. And okay, lost track of the question there. Hold on. So Jiang wants to know when Bitcoin ABC can deliver Avalanche.
Well, as pointed out, it really depends on the resources that we have. Right now, probably 2 years, which I don't think is acceptable, but this is what we can do with the resources we have. If we have more resources, we can do it probably in less than a year. I mean, Avalabs did it. It's not like there is no unknown. We know everything that needs to be done and everything that needs to happen. This is 100% a problem of manpower.
Can you maybe talk about what you've already done, Amaury, and what's been done? Because there has been some progress.
Yes. So there is already a prototype for Avalanche that can confirm transaction in 2 seconds. That is based on the North Software BCHD. Unfortunately, this has been built by 2 people, and we lost one of those people due to lack of funding. So, right there, we lost a few months, right? Because even if we bring someone back on board, that person will have to learn and get up to speed to what Tyler knew and could execute right away. So right there, by letting Tyler leave, we added a few months to the timeline, no matter no matter the amount of resources. But there is that prototype, so we know it there. We know that works, and we need to transform that into something that is production ready. What I've been doing on my side, so on ABC, there is already a start of an implementation, and same, that I would qualify it as prototype stage that is not production ready, and so we just need the manpower to transform those prototype into something that is production ready, and we know what needs to happen for that to work. It's not like Lightning Network where there is a bunch of open problems that we need to figure out, and it's eternally 18 months away. If we have the manpower, we can make it happen in less than a year.
Yeah, I'd like to see, a major project where we can bring together key, decision makers, stakeholders, opinion leaders in Bitcoin Cash around the idea of getting us to where we can do Avalanche, and so we can bring everyone together around this goal of building instant transactions. And I know that's going to be of great help to the Chinese traders. That's going to enable Bitcoin Cash to be used, as an arbitrage tool between exchanges. And of course, it's going to radically improve the experience for the end user, whether they're paying at a physical merchant or an online merchant. And so to just to summarize the answer for you, Zhang, is it's not even it's only partially a matter of time. It's mostly a matter of resources. If we have the resources, we can make it happen faster. If we don't have the resources, it's always going to be 2 years away.
I just wanted to throw out, for Amaury mentioned Tyler's prototype, and that's called Snow Globe. So if anyone wants to check it out, he did a really nice write-up on it. So if you Google like Tyler Smith Snow Globe, anyone who's interested should be able to find that. It's worth reading.
Excellent.